Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're looking at women admitting their own logic doesn't make sense, wives changing their entire lives because of their husbands, and some serious relationship wake-up calls along the way. But let's get into it, right after you subscribe, of course.
One of my husband's, one of his things when he told me, and a lot of girls are going to come for him for this, was one of his requirements was that I had to lose weight. I was 240 pounds. I remember we were in a restaurant and a firefighter got up, and she was a woman. She was thin. Her body was like amazing. And he looked at her and he looked at me and he said, if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you, you're going to have to give me something to look at.
And that motivated you to do it.
Ooh.
And I did.
Yeah, and you look amazing.
I lost 100 pounds. Yeah.
Damn, your husband
That's my husband.
is kind of a savage.
My life changed after that. Like, I felt my self-worth was more after that because I had tried so hard to lose the weight, be a better person, go to church, all of that. And it was all because of him and for him. And
awesome.
He is the most wonderful person you'll ever meet. Like, I love this man unconditionally. I was a hardcore feminist. Like, hardcore, just all of that. And he changed my world around.
Bro really said, if I'm spending my life with you, I need something to look at. And somehow that became the most effective motivational speech of her life. She lost 100 pounds, gained confidence, and completely changed her perspective. The interesting part? She says she used to be a hardcore feminist. Then her husband's influence changed how she saw relationships. Say what you want, but that man apparently had a better track record than her old ideology.
I don't believe that women are more emotionally intelligent than men. I don't think women are at a advanced rate to being more emotionally intelligent than men.
You don't?
I don't believe that. I will say that I believe that women are more in tune with their emotions, but being in tune with your emotions and being emotionally intelligent is two different things.
Yeah.
So I think that we are all, when it comes to men and women, I feel like we're about right here when it comes to being emotionally intelligent. I think just as much
they
as
have the knowledge of it, they don't know what to do afterwards.
right, like you can say almost kind of like, yeah, I can communicate that, yeah, you hurt me when you don't answer your phone. This is that. Where your phone at? Why you ain't been calling me? Why you ain't called me back? All of those things. But, you know, that's being aware of my emotions. It's letting you know that I'm telling you how I feel, but how you handle it is not with emotional intelligence.
Right.
So I think that we are equally here, which is why we got a lot of back and forth because it's neither one of us know how to dead it. We don't know how to come to a resolve. We don't know how to work together. Like, that's why we in this back and forth all the time.
This is actually a solid distinction. Being extremely aware of your emotions doesn't automatically mean you know what to do with them. You hurt me because you didn't call is communication. Turning that into a 3-hour argument? Different story. And then they admit neither side knows how to resolve conflict. Nah, that's the real plot twist. Both people can understand their feelings and still have absolutely zero clue how to build a peaceful relationship.
I brushed his hand away, thinking he just wanted affection, but I didn't know that it would be the last time I would ever feel his touch. When I came home around 7 p.m., the door was wide open. A fear I'd never felt before ran through me. I rushed to the bedroom. He was lying in the same exact position. My legs gave way. I shook him, Daniel, wake up. But his body felt cold. I put my ear on his chest and nothing. No breath, no heartbeat. I screamed until my voice cracked. I held him so tight, begging him to wake up, but he was already gone. My husband died in our bed, and I didn't even notice. He had a heart condition. When he tried to wake me up at 2:50 a.m., he was having a cardiac episode. He wasn't waking me up for love. He needed help, but pride blinded me because I chose ego over peace. Sometimes the smallest arguments still the most precious moments. If I could turn back time, I'd choose love every time.
This one went from relationship advice to emotional damage real quick. She thought he was reaching for affection, brushed him off, and later discovered he was actually having a medical emergency. That's heartbreaking. The lesson isn't never reject your partner. It's that we sometimes assume we know what someone needs without actually checking. And that final realization hits hard. You can win an argument and still lose something you would give anything to have back.
Oh my God, you're not a feminist? You don't believe all women? You're not a girl's girl?
No, I'm not.
Girls and women have treated me personally worse than any man has ever. And I've been hit. From my experience, most women are manipulative, narcissistic, sadistic liars. And I'm not even somebody who dates women because I'm married. And two, I could never be around another woman that long. Going from how I was treated in school by girls because of my beliefs to how I'm treated by women online because of my beliefs, it's the same thing. They wish me physical, emotional, and mental harm. There's a woman in my life, in my personal life, who actively goes out of her way to lie on my name and disparage me. To my husband, I've been told I should be set on fire because I'm not a feminist. Obviously, women have wished rape upon me. Illness on my children. They've put hexes on me and then told me about it. Threatened to show up to my house or send a man to my house. Or X, Y, and Z, all because I have a different opinion, different lifestyle that I'm advocating for, my religion, oddly enough. So yes, my personal experience with women is worse than my experience with men.
Nah, this woman basically said, I'm not a girl's girl, and then dropped an entire documentary about why. Now, obviously, saying most women are manipulative or narcissistic is a massive generalization. But her personal experiences clearly left her completely done with the whole women automatically support women narrative. The threats and harassment she describes are the real issue here. And the irony? She's being attacked for refusing to agree with everyone. And that kind of behavior only proves her point about disagreement becoming personal.
A masculine man desires to provide. And if that man gets down and you leave him, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and you talk to him crazy, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and the respect goes out the window, you're not a real one. End of story. That's the way that it is. And I'm standing on that 10,000 toes down.
He doesn't want to be reminded of his past, so he leaves the woman that helped him build this.
You got to also understand that most men feel like most women aren't loyal anyway. So if you go through the test of time and she is loyal, they're not going to give up a loyal one to take a chance on one that they think is not loyal enough. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Oh my God.
They're not going to give up the woman that they already found that they know is loyal for a woman that is, let me finish, that they know is not loyal out here in these streets. Anissa.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All the men are agreeing, and that's what you're doing. What a lot of the women do in the comments, you argue, and these men right here saying that that's the truth.
I'm not saying that all men are the same. I'm just saying that there's both sides on each spectrum, and I just feel like we need to
both sides
speak
and
to
everywhere
each side.
in between. What I'm saying is, you have to understand, most men don't trust women.
Mm-hmm.
They just
agree.
don't. And so if you get a woman that you finally know has your back for real, rides it out with you, and then you hit a downtime, and now not only is she loyal when it's up, now you know she's loyal when it's down, when you're down.
She get everything.
She gets everything.
I agree. That's how it's supposed to be.
The majority of men are not going to leave that woman and risk on another woman when most women aren't loyal. It's not realistic.
This is the part people conveniently forget. Loyalty is most valuable when things get ugly. Anybody can celebrate you when you're winning. The real test is what happens when the money disappears, the confidence drops, and life gets messy. And bro is basically saying, if she stayed when I had nothing, why would I throw that away for someone I don't trust? That's not complicated. Trust is expensive to build and incredibly stupid to gamble away.
Ladies, let me tell you something. The male human species that are currently in my life make me realize some of our women logic doesn't, not even some, a lot of our women logic don't make sense. It just doesn't. We be trying to make sense of shit that don't really make sense, and a nigga will look at you like, did you really just think that? Did you really just say that? Because that don't make no sense. And then you have to sit there, say it out loud one more time, and just be like, damn, that don't even make sense. You're right. I can't even. So I don't know, ladies. Maybe sometimes we do be thinking stupid. I know we say men be stupid, but sometimes we be thinking stupid. It don't make any sense.
Ladies, she really just walked into the courtroom and became the prosecution against herself. Sometimes we be thinking stupid. Bro, at least the self-awareness finally loaded. The crazy part is she's admitting that some of the arguments women make sound completely different once a man simply says, wait, explain that again. And there it is. Sometimes the strongest rebuttal isn't a debate. It's hearing your own logic out loud.